Check it out, YouTube. Beautiful day here in southern Georgia. I'm gonna do a walk through the orchard and look at all the trees. It's gonna take me a minute. I want to start out one of my favorites. It's LSU Gold. My other one I had died from the snowstorm, and so I got this one this past winter, and lots of big figs on it. Got a mystery fig. It was a Desert King, but it was grafted, and someone keeps running over it with a lawnmower. We got I think it's a Smith fig. Went through 2 snowstorms year after year, and it keeps coming back. Owari Satsuma. This thing had a lot of blooms on it, but I guess fire ants eat the blooms. It ate everything off of it, so I put some poison out and got the fire ants. Might have to be more proactive next year. And over here, this is all beautyberry. Swingle. This is, I think it's the 3rd year in ground, but it's like 8-9 feet tall. This is a Giro persimmon. I think it's got like one little fruit on it. Yeah, right there. It had more, but dropped them in the beginning of June. Then a early Ann Satsuma. And this it's loaded up. This thing really produces well. And it's not a big tree either. It's a giant Brita medlar. I don't know if these turn into fruits. I don't know how it works. It's supposed to be self-fertile. We'll see. Another Giro persimmon. Last year this thing was loaded, and this year it's got a couple on it, so I guess it's taking a year off, which is fine. And it's a Nippon orange quat. Last year it only made 2, but it was my absolute favorite citrus out of anything I got. And this year it's got a dozen little orange quats in there already. And I'm so excited about this. It tastes like, to me, they taste like orange pixie sticks. I've cut it back every winter to keep it small, but so I can fit under the cover. But this year I'm gonna let it get as tall as it wants to, because it's as big around as a Coke can at the bottom. It's only a 4-year-old tree. Here's my seedless I-chain. Such a good tree. It's loaded as usual. I've actually thinned the lemons out just because I had so many on them. Such a good tree. This was a Fuyu. I guess 2 snowstorms is the limit, because it died down to the rootstock. And all the leaves turned black. And then I guess this is a native persimmon, maybe. I don't know. It's got huge leaves on it. And it's grown this much this year from the stump. About 5 foot tall, almost 6 feet tall. I don't know if I need to graft something else on it. Let it grow, who knows? Open to suggestions. Here's a seedless changshaw. It's actually in the shade, but it's still like loaded up. It does really good up under the trees. There's a UGA pink frost grapefruit. It grows like a weed. And it had 2 grapefruits on it. One of my sons picked one early, so now it's just got 1. But it's a big tree. doing well. Florida King peach. All the peaches got bugs in them. So they just picked them and gave them to the chickens. Nagami kumquat. Got tons of little fruits on it. Such a good tree. And right here was another Florida King peach, but it died this year. I guess a snowstorm finished it off. So we got a Owari Satsuma. I had some fruit on it, but it dropped it. Probably because it's getting acclimated. Let's see. Gold Nugget Loquat. Beautiful tree. Makes the best tea you've ever had if you pick the leaves and dry them out. I'd grow these just for the tea, even though the fruit falls off every winter. Here's another mystery peach. It blooms about the same time as a gold nugget, or as a Florida King. The bugs don't seem to bother it though. And there's a high bush blueberry, some kind of, I think, white honey LSU fig. It doesn't like the cold. Another high bush blueberry, Bartlett pear. Yeah, Bartletts are doing what they do here, getting the black leaves on them and not growing. Another high bush blueberry. Here's a native pawpaw. And these things do good. My kids have done picked them, but they got had a lot more on there. Don't water it, don't fertilize it, just mow around it with the lawnmower. Brooklyn white fig. Can you see it? It's the first year it's made a fig. Pineapple guava. It bloomed, but it's not a self-fertile variety. Bartlett pear. Another pineapple guava, very pretty. There's a Benton Citrange. Here's another pawpaw that popped up in the yard. Look at this joker. Look, it is loaded with pawpaws. And it's not even waist high. I need to make this my own cultivar. Here's a new addition. This was a Bartlett right here I got rid of. This is a Dixie Delight from the Wildlife Group in Alabama. I wish I'd been growing these for, the past 6 years. They're disease resistant. They love the heat, love the humidity. If you can get one of these, get them. It's a pink lemonade blueberry bush. The kids already picked it clean. This is a new addition. This replaced the Bartlett pear. This is a Ledbetter pear. It's supposed to be immune to all disease, like the Dixie Delight, and it's doing well so far. Another rabbit eye blueberry. Here's an Orient pear. This thing is huge, but because of a late frost this year, it only has one pear on it. But it is a massive tree. Last year it made tons of pears. I guess it's just taking a year off, and I got the late frost hurt it a little bit. Still a great tree. Here's a seedling yuzu. It went through the snowstorm with no protection. It was just out here up under a tree, and it's fine. It's so crazy. Let's walk over here. It's a newer one. It's a US 119 from Madison Citrus Nursery. Very pretty. Got high hopes. Here's it's a seedling citrus tree I grew. It's got some crazy looking leaves on it. Maybe it'll be something cool. persimmon I found. I just started mowing around it. Another persimmon. Another pawpaw. They just pop out of the ground out here. Very pretty. They look different than the store-bought pawpaws, like the leaves and stuff. Here's a brown turkey fig. I don't think it liked the snowstorm. It's hurting. Here's a LSU Scots Black. Coming back from the snowstorm. Here's another new addition. It's another pear tree. I think this is Dixie Delight. Yeah, Dixie Delight. Such a pretty pear tree and disease resistant and everything. Thornless blackberry. Kids already picked it clean. Here's another new pear from the wildlife group. McKelvey. Very dark leaves. Very pretty tree. Another thornless blackberry. Picked clean, of course. Thomasville. One of my favorites. It is just now blooming. And we're into June. Pretty leaves, though. This was unprotected all winter. Went through 2 snowstorms in 2 years. Crazy. Here's a Brightwell rabbit eye blueberry. Still got a ton of blueberries on it. Citramon lemon from Madison Citrus Nursery. It went through the snowstorms with no protection. And it's got a little bloom on it. So maybe we'll get to try one. Another rabbit eye blueberry. Salavosky pomegranate. Did not bloom this year. That late frost, man, it wiped everything out, unfortunately. Another rabbit eye blueberry. Another Salavosky pomegranate. The reason this one's so small because I accidentally got weed killer on it a couple of years ago. So I had to grow back from nothing. Fuji apple. My favorite. Look at them. I don't know if you can see them. Big old apples. We'll be eating apples off this in August. They'll be ready by then. Awesome tree. It's about as big around as a Coke can. Honeycrisp apple right here. So this and the Fuji are 2 of the original ones that I planted in 2020. And it's got some apples on it. It takes too long to ripen these for this area. There's just so many bugs here. And this actually got fire blight this year, but I just cut out the little fire blight pieces and that was it. Got apple way up there. Another Fuji. This one had apples, but it got fire blight and we just had to cut all the branches off. But it's fine now. That's the only year it's happened was this year. This is another new addition. There was a Honeycrisp apple here and it just didn't do well. This is a Shell of Alabama from the wildlife group. It's supposed to be fire blight resistant. And it had apples on it earlier this year, but I picked them because I just planted the tree. Another apple tree right here. Growing well. Which one is this? Liberty from Ison's Nursery. Supposed to be disease resistant to everything. Same with this one. I think this one's a Freedom apple. Yeah, Freedom apple from Ison's Nursery. Y'all need to check them out. Then over here, tucked away, got another seedling. I think it's a yuzu. Yeah, survived the snowstorm, no problem. Another Orient pear. Huge pear. This thing made so many pears last year, but this year, nothing. The late frost and maybe taking a year off. Profusion crab apple. My kids actually eat the crab apples off this. They're perfectly edible. They just very tart. Another Orient pear. This thing didn't make anything this year. Again, the late frost wiped it out. This is a Wolf River from Ison's. Supposed to make 1 pound apples and be disease resistant to everything like fire blight and apple scab, apple rust. This is a Granny Smith. It's huge. It's like 12 foot tall, but it has not made a single bloom or single apple. Maybe next year. Here's another profusion crab apple that is absolutely huge. Massive. That's what the fruits look like. My kids eat them. They're a little tart for me, but they love them. And the tree's resistant to everything. Peter's honey, one of the best growing figs out here. It doesn't seem to mind the cold. It didn't make figs this year, but last year it did. It was loaded last year. Here's one that didn't make it, Shell of Alabama. I had 2 of them, and this one leafed out. And then we had that bad late frost, and it just didn't make it. Here's another LSU Gold. It's in part sun. They seem to like part sun. It's got 3 little figs on it. They like part sun better than full sun. This is a Santa Rosa plum. I just moved it over the winter from a shady spot to here. So hopefully it'll put up more flowers this year. This is a Prague citrus. I wonder if it gets too hot here because it doesn't grow very much. It's several years old. Here is a mystery kumquat grown from seed. There you go. It survives here. It makes one little tiny fruit that's nasty. US 942. That's a pretty tree, and tall. Just hadn't produced nothing yet. Here's the apple tree I got high hopes for. It's called a Williams Pride on standard apple stock. So I think it's Antonovka fruit stock that is grafted on, but it was bred to be disease resistant to everything. And it only gets like 6 hours of sun, which I hope is not too much because it's from up north. This is a Dunstan. I got some red mites this year and mess up the leaves, but it does good. Cold resistant. There's old Kiefer. Big old pear tree. This is a Morton. I'm very excited about Morton. Morton and Benton I'm very excited about. And it's kind of growing. That's a seedling. I don't know how long it's going to take for a Morton to grow or bloom from seed. Hopefully not 10 years. This is a Karaji. This made lemons this year, but then it dropped them for some reason. I mean, it grows well. It's a huge, like, bush. I just put some iron out maybe a couple weeks ago, and the leaves are nice and dark green. Maybe next year. There, here we go. This is Sacaton. It went through the winter unprotected. Did have a little bit of dieback. It's not a good shot. Yeah, pretty tree. 10-degree tangerine. This thing has not bloomed one time. It's 7 feet tall. No idea why. US 852. It's a little baby. From this and the Sacaton came from Stan McKenzie. Then a mystery fig. Smith. Could be Smith. I'm not sure. Another seed grown yuzu. This thing did not get hurt by the winter storm at all. So crazy. And here's another new addition. Gumi from Whitman Farms. It's a Tillamook. I got 2 of them. I don't know if they're self-fertile or not. Should have looked that up. I think they are. Yeah, gummy berries. And then last over here, we got a rusk. Madison Citrus Nursery. Very pretty tree. Very dark green. Almost zero maintenance. You gotta fertilize it. But we only have a few more to look at. But you see, it's good to have a wide variety of stuff because the weather can affect some trees more than others. Like you see, like the pears didn't produce with late frost, but the apples did fine. And we still got some peaches. Always got citrus. We got some figs. Come right over here. Got another Nagami kumquat. And it's loaded up with little kumquats. My kids wear these things out. We got the yuzu. This one came from Stan McKenzie. It's got, I think I counted 9 yuzu lemons on it. My favorite lemon tree. Just the best flavor. And the fruits off this tree are the parents, all the ones growing outside in the yard. And Carolina lime. And it's finally got little limes on it. I am so excited to try these. But yeah, that's the orchard so far. It's been about 6 years worth of work. Now, I did actually cut the grass a couple of days ago, but man, it's been so hot and so rainy. I just can't keep up with it. But yeah, post some comments, suggestions. I'm pretty much learning as I go. I got 6 years experience doing this stuff so far. A lot of cool stuff out here. I just gravitate back to the LSU Gold. It's my favorite one out here. So excited about eating these again. There's about a dozen on there is what I counted.